Hey Trace,
Good morning, Sheree.
happy birthday.
Thank you. Another year older and a year less wise.
I was going to say you're way wiser,
Let's just say we're all a lot wiser in
right?
2020 than we were in 2019.
No doubt about it. Today we're talking about cosmetic acupuncture since you're
Yeah.
turning a year older.
Thanks for the reminder. Yeah, yes, let's talk about cosmetic acupuncture. I find that people either know totally about it, have heard about it, et cetera, or they're like, what? You can do that? So, cosmetic acupuncture is another alternative for anti aging benefits and for dealing with your skin and wrinkles and sagging and drooping and dark patches versus other options out there that are more invasive. So, it's a very non invasive way to deal with aging. Sometimes it's called non surgical facelift, although the
Right.
results are not as dramatic as a facelift,
Mhm.
uses your own energy. But it's also not just for beauty. So cosmetic acupuncture deals with acne, we deal with rosacea, we deal with melasma, sometimes Bell's palsy, right? All kinds of things. It's just that we're using the meridians on the face to deal with these things. Yeah.
So how does it work? I'm not totally in tune with it, so yeah, why don't you explain?
So it it's easy. It's nice to explain to people from a Western and a Eastern perspective because everyone thinks differently. So from a Western perspective, first of all, we use. Oh, now I've opened that bad. It's always about how you open the package. We use these really tiny needles. Okay, really, really tiny. Okay, um, and these needles obviously go into points on the face. It's really important that people recognize that a lot of people are like, well, you can buy those derma rollers with the little needles, derma roll. Derma rollers are like exfoliation. So it's like, maybe like a facial. These needles are designed to go deeper. They go into the dermis, and that's why you wouldn't do these on yourself at home without training, risk of infection, and you'll pulverize yourself. Um, so this goes into the dermis, and from an Eastern perspective, we actually go into the matrix of collagen and elastin, and it creates micro traumas. And when there's a micro trauma, your body creates new tissues. So it starts building collagen. That's the Western explanation of how it works. From a TCM perspective, we are bringing energy to the face and using your own energy to fix imbalances. And as we age, we start to get more and more imbalances in our body, and they show up in your face. People probably don't know this, something acupuncture knows, but one of the main channels that goes all over the face is the stomach channel.
Mm,
So not only do we use the stomach channel on the face, but we think about the stomach. What you eat shows up in your face, right?
exactly.
Yeah. So, so we treat the face because it's acupuncture and not just a cosmetic treatment somewhere. You actually get a whole body treatment at the same time. So we figure out what else is wrong with your system, what meridians are imbalanced, and we put body needles in. So
Right.
what I love about cosmetic acupuncture, because I'm not cosmetic acupuncture isn't my passion, but it
Mhm.
brings sorry about that, brings people to me, and I end up being able to fix other things. So people come,
Yeah.
oh, I want to work on wrinkles, and wow, if you want to see some before and afters, go to my website. But
Sure.
because I'm using the body needles, you come about a month. You come
Yeah.
about 10 times because it takes that long for the meridians to balance, the collagen to rebuild, and then it's semi-permanent. You only have to come a couple times a year for maintenance.
Right.
And they come back and are like, oh my God, my digestion's improved. I'm sleeping better. I'm this,
Better.
I'm
Yeah.
that. And it's like, well, because we're doing acupuncture. So it brings people to me. And often I get people around my age in their 40s, and they're going through all kinds of other stuff, gynecologically, emotionally, that
Totally.
time of life. And so I get to deal with the other stuff going on in their body, but also with their aging. So it's kind of really whole body. We do
Amazing.
needles, and then at the end of a cosmetic acupuncture treatment, um, I usually use a roller to press
Sure.
skincare in.
Yeah.
So
Neat.
tell people to use whatever skincare they want, but you should always be using vitamin C for sure.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. And just rainbow rich foods like we talk about almost every single time.
Right. And you treat, maybe not, it might not be considered so much cosmetic in kids, but you treat so many allergies. So,
Yeah.
I mean, how do you see that in the face?
Oh, yeah, totally. So eczema is number one that we see. Yeah.
Right. And
And
and and all over the body. And still,
acne,
like, you probably treat the stomach channel a lot, right?
yes. Yeah. And emotions too play such a huge role in our skin.
Absolutely. You can see, I mean, I can see a grief complexion, an angry complexion, a stress complexion, and adrenal fatigue complexion. And then we start treating those things. And then the local part. I
Right.
mean, you gotta be okay with needles in the face. And once they're in, it's so relaxing. You just lay there. It takes
Oh,
about
for
5 minutes to put them in. It's a
sure.
lot of needles. And
Yes.
then it's about, I won't even say, it's a lot of needles. And then people lay there for about 30 minutes in complete peace. So
Totally. Excellent. Very cool.
yeah, I still haven't done the full protocol on myself, but at one point I started and I think I did 3 treatments, and then it was Christmas and I fell out. But
Sure.
I already had people commenting on the changes in my skin.
Amazing.
And I even have people who will come to me before an event, and it's
Event.
almost like a
Yes.
facial because they get
Right.
one treatment and it just brings some energy to the face.
Sure. Yeah. Forget about the Botox.
Well, I'm not going to say that. Everyone has their ways, but this is definitely a non-invasive way. Although I
Right.
should say, if you do decide to get cosmetic acupuncture, you really can't have it within a couple months of having your Botox because it is such an energy mover. It has been shown to have make Botox move
Gotcha.
and fillers move. So you don't want that. We do get a lot of people that come to us that have had, for example, they've had Botox, something has happened wrong, they can't close their eye or they can't open their eye and they want to fix it with cosmetic acupuncture, but we usually can't do anything for about 12 weeks after you've had Botox.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Good to know. Awesome.
What
Thank
is
you.
your tip this week, Sheree?
I was out in the sun way too much this weekend, and it was windy, so I didn't wear sunscreen. So wear a sunscreen.
That's the best tip ever in the world.
And I also use these dewdrops by Tiber River.
What are those?
It's like how do I say this? You just put it for wrinkles. It's as like an oil.
Okay, yeah.
I use it on a daily, like even on your legs and so forth. Yeah, it's so moisturizing. Yeah, get it from your local. I have a supplier here, Gabby. Shout out to Gabby.
Shout out to Gabby. My tip's going to be, I'm going to keep it on the cosmetic. And actually, I should have said this last week when we talked about eyes too. Take your makeup off at night.
Oh, yeah.
I used to be the worst. And I only wear eye makeup. I don't wear face makeup. So I used to think, who cares? But it's really bad for your eye health. And it's really bad for your skin. And I've had a couple friends have deep interventions with me. And so just do it. Just take your makeup off before you go to bed. And you can get these awesome cloths. My friend bought me one for Christmas. It's like a magic eraser for the face.
Oh, for sure.
You
Yeah.
put water on it and it will take anything off. It's
Sure.
so good. Take your makeup.
Norwex has them too, like
Oh,
face.
there you go.
So great.
This might be Norwex. I don't even know.
Oh, okay.
Awesome. Well, we
Thanks.
will keep our listeners in suspense for next week. In the meantime, I would love to field questions about cosmetic acupuncture or and also if anyone's curious, it is still part of extended benefits because we're doing a whole body treatment.
That's right.
Yeah.
Good answer. Right on. Okay. Have a good week. Happy birthday.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Yeah.